All right. This is hello. Hello. Good morning. Hello. It looks like we're going. All right. All right. Hey, good morning. It is I, your host, Pogo Kiddo, with yet another episode of Red Stone Lapis Lazuli. Shall we? Let's hope. Let's see how it works. Back to the scene at hand. And it's gonna crash. No. Yeah, it did. That's all right. That's all right. You know what? Because I'm trying. It did the first time, and then the second time I do it, it'll work. At least that's how my experimentation played out. I was thinking about that. Like, it's pretty incredible the degree to which science is under attack. Like, people just don't understand it or something. But yeah, they attack the legitimacy of science. But science, the scientific method, is like one of our greatest tools for understanding the world. I mean, it doesn't make a claim to say that it's perfect either. It's not saying it's infallible like religion does. It's saying, sure, we can mess up, but we admit to it. And if you do it right, people can see what happened. So, yeah, science. Hey, good morning. Good morning. So here I am. I'm standing on top of a tower right now. There's actually a few things going on. Like meta-wise, I'm running this right now on the latest AMD frame generation 2 beta, the beta version, like this September 6th, whatever. I figured out how to do it, and it was, you have to, number one, do a clean install. That means you have to use the AMD like driver cleaner tool to reboot into safe mode, delete all the stuff, and then reboot back into Windows, and then you install the latest drivers, the beta drivers. And then you know it'll work because things change. Things changed. It used to be that the driver, you needed to point it to the Java w.exe. That's what it used to be. Now, in the latest driver version, AMD points it to some, like, the Minecraft launcher. That's where it points it to. The launcher itself. Not to the Java, but to the launcher itself. And that makes it so that you could utilize windowless super resolution. Super resolution is the same thing as DLSS similar to DLSS in NVIDIA products, in that it renders the whole thing at a lower resolution and then blows it up to fit your monitor. That's how they do ray tracing. So in NVIDIA is they do DLSS. Well, the AMD version of DLSS is called super resolution. So I got it working, and it apparently it has frame generation, but I can't really tell because I'm running it in OBS at the same time recording it. So the frame rate takes a big hit when the video game frame rate takes a big hit when I record with OBS, and that's just the way it is. Okay, anyway, so the meta, that part of the meta is done. The next part of the meta is, well, not meta, like back into the game. Hey, look what I'm standing on. It's a big like tower in the middle of, well, it used to be the middle of the square, but once I took away that janky rail line, I realized my square was like malformed. So I was able to fit in this tower, and it worked out well because, you know, I mean, It looks it's a functional, effective tower. It looks good. And then I made this pavilion under which I put the bell. The bell is there. So this guy's invisible. It's like, I drink invisibility potions on purpose for fun. Okay, dude. But the bell is what it marks like the center of the village. So then we will see how that plays out. Right now it's the middle of the night, everyone's asleep. And that's it, right? But we'll see. We'll see when the daylight comes. In the meantime, I'm gonna go climb this tower. That way I can talk. You can look at pretty stuff. Look to the east on the third day. Okay. Ta-da! Hey, nice. It's a nice like screenshot background thingy. All right. So what has been going on, America? Hey, welcome back. I've been doing this show since a long time. I started in 2018 to talk to draw attention to Donald Trump is a Nazi. And now today in 2024 in September 15th, I want to reiterate the fact that Donald Trump is a Nazi. You can hear it through his vice president, J.D. Vance, or his vice president, his running mate, J.D. Vance, Senator J.D. Vance, senator from Ohio, J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance picked up an internet meme and amplified it, and it's a lie. The lie that J.D. Vance is doing is called well, he's just lying about it. He picked up this lie about Haitian immigrants, and it's become like a joke. Like they make jokes about it because it was so stupid. So wait, I shouldn't do that. They're eating the. No, because that one's some dudes. I don't want to like copy it. Like here, how about, we'll rip off The Simpsons.
We're the sauce on your steak, we're the cheese in your cake. We put the spring in Springfield.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets in Springfield.
We're the.
So, Donald Trump repeated the lie. There's a lie being spread that Haitian immigrants who are in the United States illegally are stealing people's pets so they can eat them. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Donald Trump is lying. He's lying because it's a way of dog whistling. It's a way, like, that's what fascists do. Fascists look for the marginalized edges of society. Because you got to think of like society as a big umbrella. It's a protection. Yeah, it's like it's a protection. Society. We're all in it together. That's the whole point of a society. It's to come together, to work toward a greater good that benefits all of us. And there's people whose interests are well protected. And who are very, very, very secure, both materially, emotionally, financially, spiritually, whatever. They're very, very, very secure. And then, on the edges of society, you have the people who are not so secure. For some reason, they're not really welcomed into society. So they don't have the protections of society. They're the ones on the very, very edges, the most marginalized people, the ones with the least amount of power. Fascists look for those edges and then try to like snip those edges off of society completely and like kill them, damage them, hurt them. to dehumanize them. And you would think, well, why do the fascists go to the edges to do that? Because if fascists tried to do that to the middle, where the very secure and safe people are, if they tried that, they would be thrown back instantly. They would be defended against. So fascists don't want to have to defend their ideas or their beliefs. They don't want to be exposed for what they are. They want to operate in the shadows. So they look for the people who will be most likely to be ignored if you hurt them. So they're looking for right? Because fascists want to show that society is meaningless. It's only about power. So a fascist will look for the edges of society to attack and to exercise power and to dehumanize. And in the case of Springfield, Ohio, it was a place that needed immigrants, needed workers. And the Haitians legally immigrated there. Legal immigrants. They legally came to the United States. Springfield wanted them. Springfield wanted them there because they are good workers. They're good. They're not so. I hear they're not so great drivers, but that's because they're learning, right? So they don't have the benefit of years and years and years of driving with your mom and dad in a car before you even get into behind the wheel. They have no benefit of that. They're like first generation, I don't even, drivers. It must be, because I don't know how many cars they have over in Haiti. But the American cars are very rich thing to have. It's spreading, but maybe not so good idea that it's spreading. Anyways, that's going off on a tangent. Shit, where was I? Yeah, fascists are looking for the edges of society to attack. So they do it with gay people, they do it with trans people, they do it with atheists, they do it with Muslims, they do it with Jewish people, they do it with whatever they can get away with non-cisgendered people. They do it with everybody, because not everybody, they're doing it to the edges, because they're fascists, right? They're about death and violence. So they look for the people that they can attack without repercussion. If they attack the middle, they're going to get thrown back and rebuffed and exposed. But if they attack the edges, they're hoping that no one will notice. Or no one will care. They'll say, "Oh, well, those are the marginalized ones." So it's a test of society. The fascists are testing how much they can dehumanize people of that society before they get a reaction. So to that end, Donald Trump is spreading the rumor, the lie, that Haitian immigrants are illegally coming to the United States to steal people's pets and eat them. Right. So the pets thing is sort of like a short circuit of people's brains. The same way that using children is a way to short circuit people's brains. Because both pets and children have an emotional charge to them. It's emotional. It's not just, when you say like the environment, that seems a lot more distant and secondary than when you say child. Or if you say pet, because you have an emotional attachment to your pet, to your dog or cat or whatever your pet. And we know this works because John Wick was widely successful on account of its premise that if you hurt someone's dog, it's like a big deal. So why would J.D. Vance and Donald Trump be spreading lies about the Haitian population? Why would they be doing that? Well, the simple answer is because they're white supremacists. J.D. Vance and Donald Trump are white supremacists. Or if you don't even, you don't even have to give them an ideological bent to it. It's not like they're not thinking that hard about it. They're actually just fascists. They just want power. And they realize the way they feel the way they can get power is through racism. So that's why J.D. Vance and Donald Trump are spreading lies about the Haitian population. Because they're fascists. Fascists go after the weakest group, and their only motivation is power. I mean, hate, but, and power. So, but that's the thing, right? That's the thing with fascism. When you attack like the Haitian population in Springfield, Ohio, is there legally at the behest of the government who needed and the economy that needed more workers, that needed people to fulfill jobs in Springfield. And Donald Trump is spreading lies about them. And the result of them spreading lies about them is a spasm of violence. So it's not just hurting legal Haitian immigrants are the ones getting harassed, not illegal migrants. Legal Haitian people are getting harassed now because of the lies being spread about them from Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, who is their freaking senator. J.D. Vance is the senator of Ohio, and he's spreading lies about his own people. What's the result of J.D. Vance spreading lies? Bomb threat forces second consecutive day of school closures in Springfield, Ohio. Several local leaders have also been targeted in the wake of baseless claims aimed at Haitian immigrants that have been repeated by former President Donald Trump. So this is a story by I don't have the whole story, but Alicia Victoria Lorenzo and David K. Lee. All right. But it's not just a couple days of school closure. Now they're closing the city hall. Bomb threat in Springfield spurs fears amid and closures after false anti-immigrant claims. City Hall closed its doors and officials asked people to avoid the area. That's a second time. So you got schools, you have government buildings, City Hall. And now you're having universities having to cancel stuff. University in Springfield cancels events after email threatening potential shooting. By Laura Morrison. Springfield, Ohio. Another school in Springfield is dealing with threats this week with a new investigation underway. Wittenberg University announced the cancellation of all events and activities Sunday, September 15th, after an email threatened a potential shooting, campus police said in a statement. The threats reportedly targeted Haitians. So all these attacks, all these lies, I mean, they're lies. They're not just mistake. It's not a mistake that he's doing. He's doing this on purpose. They're lies. So he's lying about them. There's no truth to what he's saying. He's just fucking making shit up. He's lying about it. And the result is that multiple aspects of society get fucked with. Not just the Haitian people, but it spreads outward. It's a huge wound in our society. So this tweet by Tristan Snell. Trump now proposes to deport legal immigrants from Haiti, and he won't stop there. One of the most chilling words in Project 2025? Denaturalization. That's right. They want to strip citizenship from immigrants who've become American citizens. That's the Trump platform. And it's true. Because they're white supremacists. And you can't believe that they're not You can't say, oh, that's illegal. They wouldn't do that. They're gonna do it anyways. Legality has no bearing whatsoever to them. Right? They're fascists. They're Nazis. So, how does J.D. Vance even do this? Because he's repeating this over and over again. Where'd he go?
Just once and for all, you again started this in part by saying that, at which Donald Trump repeated on the debate stage, that, and he didn't say anything about the policies that you're talking about. He just said Haitians are eating dogs and cats. Can you affirmatively say now that that is a rumor that has no basis with evidence?
Pretty easy, right? Donald Trump repeated the bullshit lie about eating dogs and cats on a national stage, in a national debate. So it's gotten the former president of the United States is repeating this lie on a national platform in front of millions of people, and it's been proven wrong. It's been proven wrong. What's up, J.D. Vance? Can you admit to it?
Dana, the evidence is the first-hand account of my constituents who are telling me that this happened. And
where are they? Where are these first-hand accounts? I can't find any of them. Oh, but wait. Look at this. Here, you go over here. Look at this tweet. Wow, it's pretty rough to hear, but please. Oh shit, hold on. I need to defend myself. I need to get out of here. Hold on. There's no bed to sleep in. Here's a bed. Go away. Alright. Okay. NBC News is reporting that Erica Lee, the woman behind the viral post that claimed her neighbor's cat was kidnapped at the hands of Haitian neighbors, deleted her post. She now says that it was wrong and that she misrepresented a neighbor's story and messed up royally. She never meant to cause so much hate against this one group of people. I need to find that tweet. Can I do it? Is that possible? Some stuff real quick to see if I don't know if I can do it. I'll try. Dude, why are you on top, dude? Why? Okay, so we're searching for... Who's this woman's name? What's her name? Erica Lee. Erica Lee. Erica Lee. Erica Lee. There it is. Okay. So let me see if I can grab it. Miss Erica Lee. Erica Lee. Her name is Erica Lee. Da 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 da. Let's see if it works. Okay, so supposedly this is the story. Okay, let's see if I can... We're gonna keep going here. Alright, I'm gonna close J.D. Vance for a second.
NBC News has now spoken to a woman. Her name is Erica Lee, and she's the woman behind one of those viral posts claiming that her neighbor's cat was kidnapped and saying that it may have been at the hands of Haitian neighbors. She tells us at NBC News she has now deleted the post, that it was wrong, that she misinterpreted a neighbor's story. She just texted me, quote, "I messed up royally," and she said she never meant to cause so much hate against this one group of people.
Hey,
so
well,
Alex,
that's
again,
good.
the frustration here mounting, the chaos mounting, and we're just kind of here on the ground seeing where this goes from here.
It is so disturbing that people are making bomb threats against schools, against a hospital. on a Saturday morning. It's just
Right.
nuts. But let me ask you.
Oh, now they got a hospital. They're making bomb threats against hospitals over this lie about Haitian migrants. Do you see this is the shadow army that Donald Trump has cultivated. I talked about it like years and years and years ago. I was telling you he's making a shadow army. And that's the group doing the attacks right now. All he has to do is give out a command, a veiled command to a shadow army, and they'll start attacking. And this is how they do it. They do sabotage. Because they're Nazis.
Quickly, with regard to the
insanity.
Haitian immigrants. Yeah, 100%. The Haitian immigrants, are they fearful at all for retribution, for people coming at them for these falsehoods?
Oh, of course they are. Of course they are. We had our team here earlier this week, and they told us point blank they fear for their lives. And we should know a lot of them don't want to go on camera. We've had really one kind of representative of the community speak to us about that point. That's why you haven't seen a lot of people speaking out, because they are fearful. One family telling a local paper that they woke up one morning to a window broken and acid thrown on their car. So make no mistake about it. They are fearful. They say the violence is.
So you see, this is like not just like random la stuff.
Real, and
real.
a lot of them are afraid to speak out. So we're hearing those stories as best we can as this all plays out.
And again, a lot of these Haitian immigrants have come and they're doing factory working jobs that weren't able to be filled. They did not have the labor pool to draw to fill those jobs. So that's what they're doing there, folks.
And
So one of the people at the heart at the start of this rumor has recanted. So JD Vance has no actual first-hand accounts. If he had them, he would have come out with them. So he's lying when he says that. Go back to JD Vance. JD Vance, fuck that guy.
Just once and for all, you again started this in part by saying that, which Donald Trump repeated on the debate stage, that, and he didn't say anything about the policies that you're talking about. He just said Haitians are eating dogs and cats. Can you affirmatively say now that that is a rumor that has no basis with evidence?
Dana, the evidence is the first-hand account of my constituents who are telling me that this happened. And by the way, I've been trying to talk about the problem.
He's fucking lying. Do you see how easy he lies? He has no constituents with first-hand accounts. He has lies. He didn't verify anything. Even if he does have like these accounts, he's got at least one of them saying that it didn't happen. And plus, the police, none of the police are backing him up on this. None of the police are saying that they've gotten any complaints about their people's pets being stolen and eaten. So he's lying. He's lying.
Problems in Springfield for months, and the American media ignored it. There was a congressional hearing just last week of angel moms who lost children because Kamala Harris let criminal migrants into this country.
What do you mean Kamala Harris let migrants into this country? The fuck is that? How do you connect the two? She's vice president, dude. What are you talking about? So he's lying again, right? Like, yeah.
Who then murdered their children. The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to,
But it
if
wasn't
I have
just
to
a meme.
Yeah, it wasn't just a meme, dude. It's like a meme. A meme is JD Vance fucks couches. Ha 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 ha. JD Vance fucks couches. Ha 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 ha. Right? That's a meme. Right? No one's gonna die because JD Vance. There's a meme about JD Vance fucking couches. No one's gonna call in bomb threats to hospitals because JD Vance fucks couches. No schools are gonna close because JD Vance fucks couches. No one's gonna get lynched or has to be afraid that they're gonna be lynched because JD Vance fucks couches. There's a total difference between lying about a vulnerable group of people and and talking about memes. There's a huge difference. JD Vance is doing something called false equivalence. He's trying to equivalate the two, saying, well, you say I fuck couches, so it's okay if I say that Haitians immigrants are stealing people's pets and eating them. No, it's not okay. But he wants you to think so because he's a fascist. They have no ability to discern truth. Truth has no value to them. It's only power. Power is their only value.
Create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of
say
the
that
American
again.
cat memes. If I have to,
But it
if
wasn't
I have
just a
to
meme,
create stories so that the American media.
If you have to create stories, you mean lie? Why don't you create stories that white gangs are going around eating people's pets? Why don't you create stories about what's actually happening to your constituents? When you say create stories, you're saying you're lying. You're lying. I'm just telling a story. You're lying, dude. You're lying. So you're lying. He's saying he's justified in lying to draw attention to Springfield. When he says create stories, put in lying. Listen.
Cat memes. If I have to,
But it
if
wasn't
I have
just a
to
meme,
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana, because you guys.
If he has to lie about a vulnerable group of people in order to get the American media to pay attention to what, dude? To what? To what? I mean, that's it right there. That's it. That's the running mate of Donald Trump saying that he's lying in order to push his agenda. How much clearer do you want to make it? I mean, so that's the funny thing. MAGA have no idea. Will follow this guy to the end. They're do or die. They are in it. They don't care, right? They don't care. They will not believe it. They will disbelieve the ears and eyes that God gave them. Say, no, God, these gifts are worthless. Because for MAGA, all they follow is the word of their savior, Donald Trump. If Donald Trump tells them the sun rises in the north and sets in the south, they will believe it. Donald Trump is the source and the light and the truth for those people.
Are completely letting Kamala Harris coast. You had one interview with her. You talk about pushing back against me, Dana. You didn't push back against the fact that she cast.
So, he's not talking about the fact that he lied, right? You see, he's like, yeah, I have to lie in order to push my agenda, but I want to attack my opponent. So I'm not going to play the rest of it because it doesn't matter what he's saying. He already said the important part. He creates stories. In other words, he lies. Donald Trump lies. Well, the Republicans lie because they're fascists. The truth is their enemy. They can't handle the truth. They're programmed to get fucking crazy if you even try to approach the subject with them. I was talking to this one guy, so you got to understand, a lot of Americans are just low information voters. And I was talking to this one guy who believed totally that the Russians were way ahead of us in terms of everything. The troops were better, their technology was better. Their troops train harder than that our people are lazy, all sorts of crazy Russian propaganda, and this guy totally believed it. I smack my head, but I have to remember I was very, very fortunate. I had a very, very, very crazy life. I was able to leave the country and go to around the world, and not as a government agent, as a GI, not as like a troop, a soldier. I went as a student. Well, and then as a worker, but um, but yeah. So I got to see the world from an interesting perspective, and like my mom is a boomer, and she hasn't had the opportunity to travel as much as I have. So she doesn't have the same like awareness of how like great is the United States. Like how we have like how our stuff is so much different from other people's stuff on account of the fact that we have energy. We have energy. We have not only energy in terms of electricity and oil reserves, but also energy in the form of immigrants coming and innovating and integrating and 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 making our country better constantly. Our forms aren't ossified, turned into stone and unmoving, unchanging. They're changing all the time. It's dynamic. So it's hard to have that perspective if you've never left your country, if you've never left the United States. How could you have that perspective to understand that the United States, in comparison to how other people in other countries live, is like amazing? I got to see how French people lived, Spanish people, Japanese people, Canadian people, um, Indonesian people, Thai people. I got to see how like not the tourist traps, not the things that are designed for foreigners to see, but how the people actually live. So I was exposed to so many different versions of it. I mean, I kind of came away understanding like, yeah, USA is pretty amazing. but yeah, like that idea of not understanding how good something is extends to democracy itself. A lot of people are cynical about democracy. And they don't realize that it's like the best thing we got going. But it can, democracy works because it assumes humans are rational and can govern themselves. To govern yourself, you have to be rational. You have to, like, not follow conspiracy theories. And look for what's real. So, part of fascism wants you to lose the ability to discern the environment around you and the people around you. Yeah, fascists suck. So I saw a story on KRNV, and the story headline said that crime has increased under Biden's term. That was the headline. So what did I do but go into the story to see what it was referencing, and it said this story is referencing a report from the violent crime people. And so I'm like, okay, let me look at that report. And I went into that report and I looked and found out that the headline that KRNV ran, which is, KRNV is part of Sinclair Broadcasting. And Sinclair Broadcasting is this giant corporation that owns all these television and radio stations all over the country, and then pushes out right-wing content to all of them. So the Fox 12 that I see up here in Portland has very similar content or identical content to the KRNV station in Reno, Nevada. Anyways, here's that huge uptake in crime that they're talking about. Well, they didn't say huge, right? But they want to push the Republican lie that crime's out of control. They want to push that Republican lie because they want to generate panic and, again, bypass people's rational brains to hit them in the emotional spot. So if you look at the actual data, the violent crime rate is actually still around record lows. Remember that time, when we were all locked up and couldn't go outside during COVID? And then remember that time when we were all locked up and we couldn't go outside with COVID? And then everyone got to go out? Remember? It was crazy. Anyways, so KRNV was lying, Sinclair Media was lying, pushing a false frame in order to push the idea that crime is out of control, which is a Republican talking point, and used to funnel more money to police and to crack down on civil liberties. Donald Trump is a traitor.
Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
I want the war to stop.
Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
I want the war to stop.
So no, he does not want Ukraine to win. If he wanted Ukraine to win, he would say, yes, I want Ukraine to win. But he didn't say it. So if he wants the war to stop, who is he saying he wants to win? Russia. He's saying Russia. He wants Russia to win. By saying I want the war to stop is not the same thing as saying I want Ukraine to win. If we stop the war right now, does he have a plan as to where the lines would be drawn? No, he does not. Or he does. His plan is for Russia to keep all the land it stole. That's his plan, for Ukraine to pretty much give up. Just give up. Just give up, Ukraine. Russia took your country. Just give up. That's his plan. So that's another example of how Donald Trump is on Team Russia. But we knew this. So do you remember how that time do you remember when Mike Tyson was in a boxing match with Evander Holyfield, and Mike Tyson was losing the fight? So Mike Tyson bit the ear. He spit out his mouth guard and then bit the ear of Evander Holyfield. Do you remember? And then the fight stopped because he's bit his ear off. Remember when that happened? Years later, the chunk that Mike Tyson bit off never grew back. It never came back. Mike Tyson bit that part off. This other guy, right? I don't know who he is, but he got his ear nicked by a bullet. It didn't hit him. The bullet didn't strike his head. It just hit his ear. It just touched his ear. The bullet just touched his ear. This is what it looks like when a bullet touches your ear. That's what it looks like. Years later, That's what it looks like when a bullet touches your ear. So here's Donald Trump. Like we're a couple months after Donald Trump. Donald Trump says he got shot with a bullet, but he has never released a doctor's report. His former doctor, who didn't examine him, released a statement, but that's worthless because he's not the treating physician. The treating physician never ever released a statement about Donald Trump. So all we can do is look at Donald Trump's ears. Did you see any part of his ear that's missing? Because it doesn't just come back. Once your ear is hit by something, it doesn't just come, like chopped off or hit. It doesn't just come back. There's no mark on Donald Trump's ears. There's no mark. There's nothing there. Donald Trump is lying about getting shot. He was never shot. He might have been scratched and hit by shrapnel, but he wasn't shot. So, do you remember what happened a few years ago when Donald Trump was president? A bunch of Nazis got together and marched in North Carolina, Charlottesville, North Carolina. Man, I don't want to play that clip again. Fuck those guys. They're Nazis. I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, like, what am I even doing anymore? Like, you guys already know that they're Nazis. I mean, you wouldn't be watching the show if you didn't know. I mean, of course, no one's watching the show. So it's like, if you know, then why am I even doing this if you already know? I guess it's to affirm to myself, to not let myself get numb to what's happening. Like J.D. Vance and and Donald Trump and the Republicans are literally using terror in order to obtain political power by attacking the very fabric of society with lies. Platformed lies in a way that could never be platformed before. Like, imagine Hitler had social media and instant communication. I mean, yeah, you have your radio broadcasting, but it's not the same as being able to post a tweet that millions and millions of people see and can look up. Here's Donald Trump's healthcare plan. Remember how he said he had conceptions of a plan? Leslie Stahl opening Trump's healthcare plan and discovering it contained random paper inside. There's nothing in it. It's a bunch of blank pages. It's a big book of blank pages. Donald Trump had concepts of a plan. He doesn't have a plan. He has concepts of a plan. And that looks like empty pages. That's what it looks like. A book filled with empty pages. Yeah, I'm not playing any Nazis. The Nazi march. Fuck that noise. Here's a graphic. Remember I was telling you about how the way we can get rid of the Electoral College without altering the Constitution? This is what this is about. So these states, the states in green, have signed the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. What that means is, as soon as 271 votes, electoral college votes worth of states, signs on to this compact, it all kicks in at once. What that does is all these states will vote for the winner of the electoral college votes will go to the winner of the popular vote, no matter what the outcome is in their own particular state. So even if California voted one way, if the popular vote went the other way, California would pledge its votes to the popular vote, no matter what. So far, they got 209 states worth of votes locked in. And those are the states in green are the ones that are locked in. The yellow ones are the ones that are pending. That means once the ones that are pending get locked in, we'll be just shy of the number of votes needed in order to bypass the electoral college. So I'm not sure which of these gray states needs to flip, but it would be great. It would be good. Then we wouldn't have to amend the Constitution. And we get rid of the electoral college. Isn't that a good idea? That's great. Donald Trump lost the popular vote both times. He only took the presidency because of a fluke of the electoral college. So in order to secure our elections, we ought to ditch the electoral college, because all the electoral college does is distort the will of the people. It doesn't serve democracy at all. Look at these guys meeting even though it's raining. Ha 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 ha. And there's a magical, like, non-supported thing. It's all just kind of floating there. Alright, what else do I got here? Yeah, J.D. Vance is a bad person. Spreading, I mean, like, it's getting to Nazi territory. These lies are stirring up like mob violence towards Haitian people who are here legally, and they haven't committed any crime. They're just lies in order for them to get hurt. I mean, yeah. They fully intend on committing ethnic cleansing in the United States if they take power. This feels more like a village square now. They're just chilling together before they go back to work. I should probably move their workstations closer to downtown and their beds further out. Now I'm playing SimCity. This isn't Minecraft, this is SimCity. That's funny. Okay. Alright, I think I'll stop it there. Man, I've been doing this for 6 years. I'm probably going to keep it going until Harris is sworn in. At that point, I don't think they can do the coup anymore. So, or if there's a civil war, I might keep this thing going. So who knows? It all depends. I think Harris needs to win by a lot. And the win Harris gets needs to be without Georgia or North Carolina, because those two states look like they're going to be looks like their electoral college system has been, or not their electoral college, looks like their election system is compromised. Some Republicans look like they're going to refuse to certify the vote if Harris wins. So, like, in order to bypass any delay that those two states could cause, it would be good if Harris could win enough votes without those two states. Otherwise, it's gonna be like a legal battle. yeah, it needs to be a clear win for Harris. And then I'm pretty sure if it is, then Donald Trump will be finally held accountable for his crimes. He won't be able to delay any longer. Yes. So hang in there, America. I think things like the Nazis are going to get worse and worse. Their dog whistles will become louder and louder, but we have to hold on and understand that we're in this together. That together is what makes society. Not, yeah, and we reject kings and authoritarians. All right, until next time, America. Peace. Pagokido out. Stop.